Hello, everyone. Welcome to the series of leadership talks. Today we have with us Jyotisha Verma. She has done her BTech in Electrical and Electronics and Communication Engineering from Guru Gobind Singh University. Then she has done her Advanced Management Program in Business Analytics, which is a 15 months program from Indian School of Business. And then she has done her internship in various companies. Then she has joined ZS as Business Technology Analyst intern. And then she moved on to become a Business Technology Solutions Associate. Then she became Business Technology Solutions Associate Consultant. That means she understands business, she understands technology, and this kind of skill is very rare, right? Where someone understands technology as much as business. So that's a very good role that she has served. And currently, she is working with Expedia Group as a data engineer. Thank you so much, Jyotisha, for providing your time to share your experiences. The first question is, a lot of people ask this, that they want to get into the field of data science, AI, etc., data engineering as well. But they really don't know what kind of work happens in real world. So would you like to throw some light based on your past experience on what kind of work happens in the real world?
So, first of all, thank you, Varani, for having me here. It's actually an honor to be a part of this Industry Connect that you're hosting for the aspirants who are planning to get into the field of data science as well as data engineering. And I'm excited to share my journey and talk about how AI is reshaping my role as a data engineer. And I hope it helps the audience and it provides some valuable insights and conversations today. And I'll quickly reintroduce myself again. So, I'm currently a data engineer at Expedia Group, where I'm working on building and optimizing large scale data pipelines that power everything from internal analytics, reporting, and customer facing platforms. And prior to this, I was with ZS Associates, where I was more focused on data driven solutions in the consulting space. So, and if I talk about how AI is impacting my current industry, which is the travel and technology industry, and more broadly in the data engineering sector, so AI is making a significant impact. Traditionally, data engineering was all about building stable, scalable systems to move the data and to transform the data. But with the rise of AI, our roles have also evolved. We are not just transporting the data anymore. We are ensuring that we are enabling the smarter, faster, as well as more context aware decision making. And as we know, travel can be an emotional experience for humans. It is about finding the right place at the right time within the right budget, especially. And AI has helped us play a transformation role in this by providing us the optimization from how we can process the data or can store it in cloud, or how we can detect the anomalies in our pipelines and even estimate how the user can planning to travel based on their historical trends. Like I would say like AI is no longer just a buzzword, but it's powering real-time recommendations like intelligent chatbots, as well as it has helped us in pricing the flights, hotels dynamically by having such models in place, and even in some cases having a fraud detection system. Like, if I talk about one example, AI models have helped us analyze the user behavior, like historical bookings, and helped us provide the right preference for the customer, like how which hotel you'd probably like the most, or which destination you might be planning to go next based on how you have traveled in the past. And with these AI models with machine learning in place, we can also optimize the search results that you are having. Like if you want to look for a hotel, we will make sure that you get the most relevant result based on what your context has been, what your intent has been, so that we can make sure that the friction between the customer journey of booking a flight or hotel is reduced, and the satisfaction that we get is increased so that they comes to us the next time. And it is not just the impact of AI limited to our end users only. it has extended its impact to the internal internal infrastructure as well, like in the prediction of how the booking patterns have been, like what have been the cancellations rate, and if we can predict them, or we can predict the what will be the peak travel season, so that it is easier we to provide the right customer support as well as the infrastructures. And the next thing that we can see in the upcoming days will be having a assistant which can plan your vacation end to end, and it will understand all your travel needs, like every booking will be seamless for you. And as a data engineer, I'll say our roles are to ensure that all of this happens magically, and it is exciting. And as engineers, to think not just in terms of systems but also outcomes, like AI has helped us turn our data pipelines into more intelligent pipelines, and that shift in the industry has opened a lot of opportunities for innovation to build how we monitor and scale our infrastructure. So yeah, definitely AI has helped the future of travel to make it more smarter, faster, and more human centric.
Wonderful, wonderful, Jyotisha. You have touched upon a lot of important points, I must say. One is, of course, you have experience in travel industry, so you brought in that business acumen onto the discussion. Very clearly, you are saying that it's not just about building pipelines. It is about giving context for the decision makers, right? So that they can take better decisions. That's one thing. Second thing is, you're saying that depending on the cancellation rate, depending on the peak travel season, even importantly, you will have to tweak your infra, so that your infrastructure also supports the business needs, right? And this is very, very important skill of data engineers. It's not about just giving the data, at any given point of time you access the data, but what if the load is more? Would the data engineers or data consumers, data scientists, will they still be able to get the data and then do the downstream, analysis? And you have put forward another interesting point that systems plus business outcomes combination is the new data engineering skill that people are looking out for. Yeah. Wonderful, very well articulated, I should say. The second question, of course, that's the last question as well, Jyotisha, is if you were to hire someone, if you were to interview someone who would be working by reporting to you or working alongside you, then what skills would you look for, say in Expedia Group itself?
I think that's a really important question. And to share something from my own experience, like when I first joined Expedia, my work was heavily focused on traditional data engineering, like building those robust ETL pipelines and managing data warehouses where we ensure the data quality is high. But as AI become more integrated into our ecosystem, especially with things like anomaly detection, intelligent monitoring, as well as personalization algorithms, I realized that I needed to evolve too. Because that shift pushed me to not just understand AI models conceptually, but to think how can we productionize them, how to get the right data to them at the right time, and how to monitor their health so that we can scale them effectively. And so, in order to get into it more, I began working with more closely with the ML teams. I learned the tools like Airflow with AI enhanced scheduling, and I explored how can we build pipelines that support model retraining as well as feature engineering. So the first thing that I feel that the aspirants who are planning to get into the field of AI should target is to understand that AI is not just about becoming a data scientist or training a model. There's a whole ecosystem that lies behind the AI, like data engineers, the MLOps specialists, as well as the product managers who play a huge role in bringing AI to life. So even if you are not building the model, you are enabling it, and it's just that much critical in the system. So to begin with, I'll say start by getting the fundamentals strong. start with maths, linear algebra, probability, and especially stats, because these are going to be the building blocks for any AI algorithm, I would say. And post that, once you have your fundamentals strong, the other part that comes into the picture is to learn how to code, because it is going to be an essential thing, and it is going to be something that you're going to do every now and then. So Python will be the most recommended language because it is widely used in AI, and like has amazing ecosystem of libraries as well, like TensorFlow, PyTorch, and scikit-learn. And once you have your fundamentals strong, you know how to code, move on to learning on how to collect the data, how to clean the data, and more importantly, how can we understand the data. Because without the domain knowledge, you will not be able to make the most out of the data that you are working with. And that's when the data engineering skills comes in handy, like the skills, I will say, SQL, the data pipelines, as well as having the hands-on on cloud platforms like AWS, GCP, as well as the tools like Spark. All of them play a crucial role when it comes to understanding the data and collecting and cleaning that data. Once we have entire fundamentals strong, as well as the other skills and domain knowledge, move on to having some hands-on experience as well, like building the end-to-end projects. It could be like as simple as predicting the house prices, or it could be something like building a travel chatbot that you can just show off to your friends as well. So these projects, mini projects, makes you give a real world scenario exposure, and it will help you stand out as well, to showcase to the recruiters that you can apply your knowledge to the real world scenarios as well. Yeah. So just to
Thank
sum up
you.
over here, I'll say that to focus on the fundamentals, having a strong fundamental is important in every industry, and then getting a hands-on experience. And yeah, definitely never stop learning, because continuous learning is important. So to be consistent in all this and to be curious about all this is important. And following the AI leaders on LinkedIn and reading those research papers, joining communities is going to be the main target for you, and it will open a lot of opportunities as well.
Absolutely. No doubt about that.
Yeah.
So, continuous learning is one very important thing because even today, despite I having, say, 20 years of experience, 2 decades of experience, if I don't read on the latest happenings for just 1 week, I felt left behind. So every day I'm, trying to pull out some time to upskill myself, keep reading the latest happenings, and incorporate those into the projects that we are working on. Like that, yeah, very well said, Jyotisha. So Jyotisha is very clearly saying that it's not just about getting the data from different sources and putting into a data storage system, extracting, doing basic transformations and learning. But she's saying that we need to understand how a data scientist builds, say, anomaly detection system or intelligent monitoring system. We want to understand what kind of data they would use, what kind of pre-processing they do, and what if I can do those transformations upfront and then load it into the system so that the task of doing EDA and pre-processing reduces significantly, task of data analysts or data scientists, and they can focus on their task at hand, building the models or getting the final analysis out. Wonderful. And then uh, fundamentals are extremely important, and Python is essential, right? Even if you use generative AI, it will generate code, no doubt. Copilot will generate. There are a lot of Gen AI tools, which will generate code. But you should understand by reading on what that line of code does. At least for that, you should have knowledge. Okay. You need not write the code right from scratch, but you should understand whatever code is being generated. And domain knowledge is something which is extremely important. Without domain knowledge, you will not be able to blow life into the data that you have. Right? No matter what models you build, it will be lifeless if there is no domain knowledge built into it. Yep, and continuous learning, as Jyotisha has rightly said, is something which will go on. given the pace at which the world is moving, we all have to be on our toes.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Jyotisha. And this means a lot. The pointers that you have given are extremely valid. And these pointers are going to help the wider audience in a big way. Thank you once again. And do stay
Thank
in
you,
touch.
Varani.
All the best for your future.
Thank you, Varani, for having me. It's been a pleasure. I hope the insights will be helpful to the audience. And I'm always happy to connect for future conversations.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Take
Thanks
care.
again. You too.